couple days of meetings, obviously, with you guys, well publicized. How do you think you responded from some of the things you guys talked about over the last couple days tonight?
I just think we just made it about us. You know, so obviously there are the great teams in this league, but you know, we have a very unique group, and I think so much to figure out. You know, some things to be addressed so we can move forward. And I think we did a good job coming out tonight and just playing well together.
What kind of a calming effect does Al have on the offense?
I mean, you know, we're talking about, it was 12 years, 13 years. So, I mean, whenever you can have that, you know, be the, you know, kind of presence you have out there to set an example for the other guys that are coming in and seeing what, you know, they have to do on the offensive and defensive end to make an impact and just be solid. And, you know, that gives us a teaching from that aspect. But just him being able to play in those spacing, you know, just guys that have been in the league and played high-level basketball for a number of years. So it makes a difference, you know, and obviously we know what he can do just out there as a player. But for us, just morale-wise, he does a lot.
When you say this is a unique group, what do you mean by that?
We have so much depth. I mean, you know, we've talked about it. It's been well publicized, as well as us, you know, coming to grips with, you know, us not, you know, playing the roles that we would exactly want, the perfect our families would want, or anything like that. So, you know, getting past those things, just ego-centered things, just, you know, this is a chance of a lifetime for us. And I think that in order to achieve what we want to, we have to, you know, be closer as a team and really understand that when someone takes a shot, it's our shot. It's literally our shot. We feel good about it. Now we get back on defense and we prepare the right way and we do the right things for one another and not just for ourselves. So, you know, I'm enjoying this. You know, so every day is a new challenge. So you know, I'm just so open to, you know, what these guys have to offer and what we can accomplish and what we look like at the end of the year. Because talking to you guys every day is boring. So, you know, it's really boring, honestly, talking about game to game, what we can change and what we look like and span and stuff like that. But the end game for us is just a big picture, understanding what the goal is and how we accomplish it. It's an everyday thing. So, no disrespect to you guys. I'm just saying. It's just.
What do you expect different from Philadelphia now that they got Jimmy Butler on their team?
Great defensive presence, unbelievable pace that they play with. Ben, I think, plays the one now. You know, so the spacing that they have is a lot different. You know, obviously not having Covington and Sarge. So you know, we just got to play them tough, and they have a great toughness and grit about them with Jimmy Butler out there. So I'm looking forward to the challenge. Anytime we get to go against the best of the best, or considered the best of the best, and I'm up for it, and I know my teammates will be up for it as well.
Kyrie, last game, you talked about how guys were breaking out in the ISO and your early offense too much, and then tonight, first couple plays of the game, you went right into your initial action and hit those shots. Do you want to, is that kind of you leading by example there, showing this is how we want to execute in transition? It seemed like it really worked throughout the game.
Yeah, no, I just think that instead of overthinking the play, you know, you just make the play that you feel is right, and we're all comfortable with it. And I feel like as one of the leaders of the team, just being out there is on the offensive end is just showing these guys where to be efficient in the actions that we have and doing the little things to get each other open and making sure that we're executing. So just being organized, sacrifice runs, you know, things that would open up your teammate for anything like that. It's just the little things. You know, we have the talent, but once we start doing those little things consistently, like screening and really just doing it every single possession to get each other open, that's another way of making each other better and making the game easier. So I think one time I had, like, Marcus Morris, he missed a right layup, and we came in here in the locker room, and I was, like, sealing off Tyler Zeller, you know what I mean, to get him an open layup. And I'm like, something like that wouldn't necessarily show up, but I'm like, yo, I'm doing this to get you a wide open layup right here, like, make the shot, you know what I mean? So it's just great that we can have that communication and just talk about it when we come to the bench, just talk about it, come to the bench like, hey, a screen here, a screen there. And when you're talking basketball in the huddle, it just makes everybody feel great, because now it's not just a mistake that you made. Now we're all just trying to help each other be better.
Kyrie, how challenging? And how much tougher is it for the younger guys to make those sacrifices, to see the big picture, to kind of look beyond?
Well, I mean, having social media, having a lot of, just pressures outside, and as well as bringing it into the locker room, I think that is fairly tough, because where our league is now, a lot of young guys have gotten a lot of success. And honestly, watching the veterans that have come before me, they haven't really done anything to be these so-called greatest next things coming. You know what I mean? Everyone, this league has seen a lot of greatness, like a lot of greatness. And I think sometimes you can get caught up in the now, like what it looks like, and guys, averaging this amount of points or doing this, and you just, as long as whoever's playing at the end of the year, like you can have the All-NBA, you can have the MVP, you can have all of it. As long as our team is playing at the end of the year, thinking about that 6 months prior when you're coming into a season in September is hard to really fathom. It's hard to grasp, and I think some of our young guys have never been through a championship kind of journey. I've never been in this one and be in this position and role, so it's new for me as well. But it takes time, and you have to really open yourself up to communicating with these guys, and them communicating with you and telling them how they feel about their roles, and us just being open to fixing things and helping one another, rather than just allowing outside influences to dictate how you feel about your role. Everybody else can, on the outside, like, you're supposed to be this young, great player, you're supposed to be averaging this, but no one here is in the locker room except for us. So you guys don't know like what every day is like for us. A young guy coming in like Terry playing behind me, and JB and JT and Gordon going to the bench, and what that does mentally, and Gordon coming off an injury, and like they talk about it, but you never know what they're really feeling. So I'm just glad that we can have that open dialogue now, where we can just figure it out and know what the big picture is. Like, how do we get to this stage and win it?
Thanks, Gary.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.